Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're focusing on a really fascinating place, Madhya Pradesh, often called the heart of India. Our mission, as always, is to sift through the sources you've shared, pull out the key stuff, and really give you a solid understanding of this state. We'll cover everything from its ancient past right up to its vibrant present day. Expect a journey through some amazing history, landscapes, culture. You might find some surprises along the way. Ready to jump in?
Okay, so when you first look into Madhya Pradesh, the history, it just hits you, right? The sources call it a historian's dream, a treasure trove. It's clearly packed with ancient sites. But, like, beyond just saying there's a lot of old stuff, what are the really standout places, the ones that define its ancient character?
Oh, absolutely. Madhya Pradesh it's renowned for its UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's a real powerhouse there.
Yeah.
You have to start with Khajuraho, the temples there.
Right, Khajuraho, famous for the carvings, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, the intricate stone carvings built between the 9th and 11th centuries. But it's more than just intricate. They really showcase India's architectural brilliance, that Nagara style, the Kandarya Mahadeva temple, for instance. It's a masterclass. And the art offers this incredible window into, the societal and religious views of the time. It's quite nuanced, actually. Challenges some assumptions.
Interesting. More than just pretty carvings, then.
Definitely. Then you've got Sanchi,
Sanchi,
the Buddhist site.
that's the one. Home to one of the oldest Buddhist stupas we know of, going way back to the 3rd century BCE.
Wow, okay. That's ancient.
It really is. And it's
That's
described as a place of real serenity, draws a lot of spiritual seekers. And we can't forget Gwalior Fort.
Ah, yes, the fort. Sounds imposing.
It is a majestic hilltop fortress. The source just brim with tales from their kings, warriors, sieges, centuries of history packed in. And briefly, there are also the ancient caves of Bhimbetka, rock shelters with prehistoric paintings.
Right, Timbet. Yeah. So all these places together, they give you this almost tangible link to India's incredibly deep past and its amazing artistic heritage. It kind of hits you, the depth of it all.
That's a great overview. It really paints a picture of immense historical weight. Khajuraho revealing societal views is fascinating. Okay, so shifting from ancient civilizations.
Yeah.
The sources also talk a lot about nature, right? Lush forests, wildlife sanctuaries. Sounds like a paradise for nature lovers. It maybe leave you a bit awestruck. What's the story there?
It really is. And there's a particularly captivating connection, I think. The state has several major national parks, Kanha, Banhavgarh, Pench.
Okay.
And these aren't just beautiful parks, they are the actual landscapes that inspired Rudyard Kipling.
Wait, the Jungle Book? Seriously?
Seriously, the sources really highlight this. Yeah, it adds another layer, doesn't it? And these parks, well, they're teeming with wildlife. You've got leopards, lots of deer.
And tigers, presumably.
Oh, definitely. That's the big draw, isn't it? Spotting a Royal Bengal tiger. Imagine being on safari in Kanha National Park. It's known for these pristine forests, wide grasslands, and seeing one, it must be quite a thrill.
I can only imagine.
Beyond the wildlife, though, there's another gem mentioned, the marble rocks of Jabalpur.
Marble rocks?
Yeah, picture the Narmada River flowing through this gorge carved out of gleaming white marble cliffs. It's supposed to be absolutely picturesque.
Wow.
So yeah, it's this amazing mix of, raw nature, wildlife, and these really unique geological features.
That Jungle Book connection is fantastic. Really brings those parks to life in a different way. Okay, so we've got this profound history, this wild, inspiring nature. But what about the people, the culture now? The sources suggest it's equally vibrant, but also sort of modernizing. How does a place like Madhya Pradesh manage that, honoring tradition while moving forward?
That's a great question, and it really seems to be one of the state's defining features. It manages that blend remarkably well. You see it in the cultural celebrations. They're not just relics, they're alive. Think folk dances like the Gaur dance, full of energy, or the Tansen Samaro.
The music festival.
Exactly, celebrating the legacy of the musician Tansen. These traditions are celebrated with, real enthusiasm. It's part of the fabric of life there.
Okay, so tradition is strong, but the blurred side.
Right. At the same time, Madhya Pradesh is a thriving, very forward-looking state. You look at cities like Indore, it's becoming famous for its food.
Oh, food streets?
Yeah, bustling food streets. You can get amazing local delicacies like poha, that flattened rice dish, or bute kakis, which is corn-based. Real culinary hotspots.
Sounds good.
And beyond food, cities like Indore and the capital, Bhopal, are really emerging as hubs.
Hubs for what?
Education, industry, They're attracting investment, talent. They're definitely leading the way in development.
I see. So quite dynamic.
Very. But what the sources seem to emphasize is that even with all this modernity, this growth, the state somehow retains its charm through those festivals we mentioned, through its handicrafts, and apparently through just really warm hospitality from the people.
So it's not a case of old versus new, but more like interwoven.
Exactly. That's a good way to put it. The past isn't just in museums, it feels like it's woven into the present day.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. We've journeyed through Madhya Pradesh, from these, wow, intricate temples and majestic forts, deep into its wild heart with tigers and Kipling's inspiration, and then into its vibrant culture, the food, the festivals, alongside this modern dynamism. It really does sound captivating. A place with so many different layers. Seems like a definite must-visit if you want to get a real sense of India's diversity. And maybe, as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something to think about. Madhya Pradesh seems to blend its ancient history, that untouched nature, and this modern energy so well. So, what do you think the secret is to that enduring appeal? How does it manage to offer something for pretty much everyone? And maybe what lessons could other places learn from that balance? Something to mull over.